Hey there and welcome to Scandal Steep. Throughout history, numerous prominent African American figures have faced significant challenges within the entertainment industry, sometimes with other black public figures allegedly contributing to their struggles. A notable example of this complex dynamic is the tension between legendary comedian Dave Chappelle and media icon Oprah Winfrey. This clash highlights concerns around representation, the power of celebrity influence, and the pressures faced by black individuals navigating Hollywood. Today, we'll delve into the potential role Oprah might have played in Dave Chappelle's career challenges, leading up to his decision to walk away from a $50 million contract. Allegations have surfaced over the years, suggesting that Oprah may have inadvertently or even deliberately contributed to some of the difficulties Dave Chappelle faced in the industry. For some, her actions such as allegedly promoting stereotypes and distancing herself from the struggles of the black community reflect a larger issue of black leaders who succeed at the expense of separating from their communities. Many believe that Oprah's choices over her storied career have sometimes come at a cost to the larger African American community, a perception intensified by her involvement in controversial events, such as her interviews regarding allegations against the late Michael Jackson. Oprah's interview with Jackson's accusers occurred years after his death, despite Jackson being acquitted and no substantial evidence being found against him, even after a long federal investigation. Some critics argue that Oprah represents a certain class of mammy figures, a derogatory term used to describe those who appear to serve oppressive structures and devalue their communities in the process. In this view, Oprah's success has become a means to subvert black voices rather than support them. Oprah's alleged role in Dave Chappelle's departure from the spotlight and the mainstream media's negative portrayal of him reflect a broader theme of black entertainers facing immense scrutiny, particularly if they refuse to adhere to specific industry expectations. Dave Chappelle has long spoken about the pressures he encountered in Hollywood, particularly around stereotypes and the expectations placed on black entertainers. His encounter with Oprah, where he openly criticized the entertainment industry, illustrates his frustration with these unspoken demands. However, Oprah appeared dismissive of his concerns, seemingly defending the industry instead. Her approach was so surprising that some fans perceived it as Oprah attempting to discredit Chappelle by implying he was mentally unstable, a tactic that other black celebrities like Katt Williams have also alleged Hollywood used against them. For Dave Chappelle, the Hollywood experience became a matter of principle. He famously turned down a $50 million contract to continue his work on Chappelle's show, a move that bewildered many fans and media figures alike. However, as Chappelle later explained, it wasn't just about money, it was a choice about personal integrity, mental health, and the desire to avoid being trapped. He shared an analogy involving a salt trap used by bushmen to catch babies. By placing salt in a hole, the bushman would wait for a baboon to reach in, grab the salt, and then trap itself by refusing to let go. Chappelle felt this symbolized Hollywood's hold over entertainers. To him, leaving the $50 million contract was like letting go of the salt, a decision that preserved his independence, but at a significant personal and professional cost. Dave Chappelle's experience is mirrored by other comedians who have faced similar pressures. Katt Williams, a celebrated comedian known for his outspoken nature, also claimed to have suffered backlash for resisting industry pressures to perform certain demeaning acts. Williams has been vocal about the alleged attempts to control black entertainers, claiming that he, like Chappelle, faced ridicule and career setbacks due to his refusal to conform. Both comedians have criticized Hollywood for forcing black actors into demeaning roles, such as wearing dresses to play stereotypical characters, an experience Chappelle also detailed in one of his own anecdotes. While working on a film with comedian Martin Lawrence, Chappelle encountered a situation where the script called for him to wear a dress, a Hollywood trope often seen as demeaning for black male actors. Chappelle refused, suggesting that his comedic talents were enough without resorting to such stereotypical roles. Despite his firm stance, he was pressured by various crew members to wear the dress, leading him to question why black men in Hollywood so frequently faced these demands. The resistance to stereotypes and the courage to decline such roles became part of Chappelle's brand of integrity, although it likely came at a high cost. This tension between Chappelle's experiences and Oprah's actions underscores a deeper conflict within Hollywood. While Oprah has positioned herself as a pioneer and advocate for the African American community, Some feel her influence has sometimes reinforced negative stereotypes or distanced her from issues impacting Black entertainers. In their view, Oprah's public statements and treatment of Chappelle were not merely dismissive but harmful to a larger conversation about race and representation in Hollywood. The debate around Oprah's legacy in the entertainment industry, especially regarding how she has portrayed Black figures, sparks intense discourse. While Oprah Winfrey is celebrated as a media powerhouse who broke barriers, her approach to topics surrounding Black celebrities has raised concerns. Critics argue that she has, at times, promoted narratives that align with dominant media portrayals rather than fully empathizing with the struggles unique to the Black experience. The case of Michael Jackson, for example, still lingers in the minds of many who feel Oprah's interview with his accusers, aired years after his death, symbolized betrayal. Although Jackson was never convicted, Oprah's platform gave considerable visibility to his critics, which some interpret as furthering a media narrative that neglects nuances in the pursuit of sensationalism. The critique doesn't stop at Jackson. Many in the Black community view Oprah's role in the entertainment industry as one that at times distances itself from genuine engagement with Black issues. This perception aligns with broader frustrations about how Black celebrities are depicted or, worse, undermined when they voice dissent against powerful industry forces. Oprah's interactions with comedians like Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams further fuel this narrative. Both comedians have repeatedly pointed out the challenges of working within an industry that pushes them to compromise their principles. The unique pressures faced by Black celebrities who try to maintain their integrity are vividly illustrated by Chappelle's experiences, especially as he rejected a lucrative $50 million offer, a decision driven by his desire to preserve his mental and artistic autonomy. Chappelle's decision to leave The Chappelle's Show at the height of its success was a radical one, bewildering fans and the media alike. Many struggled to comprehend why he would abandon such a vast fortune. In a rare interview, Chappelle shared that his choice was rooted not in financial motivation but in his commitment to authenticity and self-respect. The pressure to conform to Hollywood's standards weighed heavily on him, as did the constant attempts to exploit his brand of comedy. He saw firsthand how Hollywood's demands could distort an artist's original intent, often leading to compromised integrity and strained mental well-being. The irony of Hollywood's approach to Black talent becomes even more glaring when considering the industry's reliance on racial stereotypes. For instance, a recurring theme in Hollywood is the expectation for Black male comedians to appear in drag at some point in their careers. Chappelle himself faced this request, as did other notable figures like Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. Chappelle's refusal to wear a dress for comedic purposes became a defining moment for him, illustrating his unwillingness to bend to conventions he found degrading. When questioned about this resistance, he explained his discomfort with Hollywood's routine portrayals, which seemed to reduce Black male comedians to one-dimensional caricatures for the sake of humor. The trope of the comedian in a dress represents a larger issue within the entertainment world, especially concerning how Black artists are asked to dilute their authenticity. By refusing to comply, Chappelle sent a powerful message about resisting commodification. The insistence on a comic act that he found demeaning led him to question the sincerity of those encouraging him, ultimately reinforcing his belief in the importance of artistic freedom over financial gain. Chappelle's reluctance to accept such roles served as a statement on his principles, and it resonated deeply with fans who valued his honesty. Similarly, Cat Williams, another outspoken comedian, has voiced his frustrations with the industry. Like Chappelle, he too was discouraged by Hollywood's tactics and left valuable opportunities on the table rather than compromise his ethics. Williams also expressed skepticism regarding Oprah, even commending Chappelle's decision to turn down the $50 million offer. Williams and Chappelle's shared experiences underscore the unique pressures Black comedians face when they refuse to conform to the industry's limiting demands. Some analysts believe Oprah's interactions with these comedians may have influenced how Hollywood received them afterward. In a notable interview with Oprah, Chappelle expressed concern about how Black celebrities, specifically, are asked to perform demeaning roles or compromise their values. He also touched on how psychological manipulation is a tactic that can be used to control individuals within the industry. Chappelle recounted instances where he was pressured to question his sanity or take medications, a scenario that echoes experiences of other celebrities who felt targeted for pushing back against Hollywood norms. Chappelle's story, alongside those of other celebrities, raises questions about Hollywood's willingness to tolerate dissent. Public attempts to depict outspoken figures as unhinged or crazy often follow any resistance to the industry's narratives. This labeling, coupled with attempts to manipulate celebrities into doubting their mental stability, reveals an unsettling side of Hollywood's power dynamics. These strategies, some argue, are designed to weaken the individual's autonomy, creating an environment where outspoken voices can be easily controlled or dismissed. The notion of 5,150 holds in California, a legal procedure that allows involuntary psychiatric holds, is frequently discussed in conspiracy theories about Hollywood's treatment of high-profile individuals. Such holds have reportedly been used to isolate celebrities deemed problematic, with public figures like Kanye West and Britney Spears cited as examples. Following such interventions, many celebrities are said to emerge from these experiences as fundamentally changed individuals, with fans and critics alike noting alterations in their demeanor or behavior. For Chappelle, the idea of losing autonomy was particularly concerning, prompting him to take precautionary measures. In interviews, he disclosed that he left the United States unexpectedly to avoid what he felt was mounting pressure to compromise. His departure to Africa, often portrayed by the media as a spontaneous and irrational decision, was in fact a calculated move to evade influences that he perceived as damaging. Chappelle's story exemplifies a deep-seated need to protect oneself from an industry that some believe leverages mental health as a means of control. The concept of MK Ultra often surfaces in discussions surrounding Hollywood's control over celebrities. Although there is no verified link between this controversial program and today's celebrities, the speculation around its influence lingers, especially among conspiracy theorists. More tangible evidence lies with the documented use of 5,150 holds, a state-sanctioned mechanism that can effectively isolate and control individuals without their consent. While fans speculate about the existence of more covert programs, the 5,150 hold remains a verifiable instrument of control, raising concerns about the boundaries between mental health intervention and autonomy. The psychological impact on celebrities who undergo such procedures is evident. Many return to the public eye changed, and their altered behaviors often reinforce suspicions about Hollywood's handling of dissenters. Oprah's interview with Chappelle, with her subtle implications about his mental state, epitomizes a pattern of discrediting outspoken figures. This interaction fuels debates about whether her role in the industry represents a supportive ally to black talent or an instrument of the same forces that limit their freedom of expression. As fans and critics continue to scrutinize Oprah's complex legacy, her relationship with Chappelle remains a focal point. Was she genuinely concerned about his well-being, or did her questions align with an industry predisposed to control its most vocal critics? While Oprah's contributions to media are indisputable, her role in the narratives surrounding black celebrities prompts ongoing questions about loyalty, integrity, and the true cost of fame. In conclusion, the dynamic between Oprah Winfrey and figures like Dave Chappelle reveals the challenges black celebrities face within an industry that often seeks conformity over creativity. As Hollywood continues to evolve, conversations around autonomy, mental health, and respect for personal boundaries are increasingly critical. Oprah's place in this discourse is complex. She is both a trailblazer and, to some, a participant in the very systems that limit the freedom of voices like Chappelle's. Ultimately, whether her influence is a force for good or an enforcer of Hollywood's status quo depends on perspective, but the ongoing debate is a testament to the importance of agency in the entertainment world.